Hey gang, welcome back. Hope everybody's having a good day. We still got an old rainy day here. We've got to get ready for a surprise coming to the homestead here. In just a day or two, we're going to have some new babies around here. Now I'm going to try to put together some kind of little pen here to keep them in. We should be having some baby chicks. I've got them in the incubator right now, and they're just about ready to hatch. So this probably is not going to be the prettiest thing in the world, but I think it will work for us to keep these baby chicks in. I'll have to keep a heat lamp on them out here in the shop probably for several days here during the cold spells. And this will be something that I can keep on using. So it might give you some ideas if you raise chickens or rabbits. This what I'm fixing to build here might be something that you could use. So y'all come along with me. We'll put this thing together, and I'll try to tell you about how much I have in it. I've already got these pieces pre-cut. This is a 3 foot by 2 foot cage is what this is going to be. Now I'm making this one out of cedar, red cedar. It should be pretty rot resistant. Which it will probably be spending most of its time either in here, possibly down in the barn. I'm using an 1.5-inch staple to put it together with. These pieces here in the center, you could probably get by with one. But I built a cage similar to this once for rabbits, and I didn't put enough cross pieces in it, and the wire give down in between them. So I'm putting 2 in this one. All right, we got all that nailed together. Our next thing is our hardwire cloth. And you go to talk to people at Lowe's and places and tell them you want hardwire cloth, they think you're talking about some kind of fabric. So you may have to explain it to them that hardwire cloth is actually some wire. The man I talked to at Lowe's today, he didn't have a clue what hardwire cloth was. But this roll here is a 3 foot by 10 foot, and it was $20 plus tax. Now they had a smaller roll, a 2 foot by 5 foot, and it was $18. So you get a lot more wire for your money by getting this bigger roll. And it's something that I can always use around here. So I'll get this cut, and we'll go on from there. Alright, this is the next day. I had to quit on this yesterday. Now I've turned my little staple gun down real low. I've already stapled this side on. I'm going to try to use this wire to square up our bottom. This piece of wire under here. I like to never figure out how to get that wire unrolled the way they had it wrapped around there. And it's run all the way through it for some reason. I don't know why. But it's got this little wire wrapped all the way through there. And I think I told y'all wrong yesterday. This roll was $20 plus tax. But the other roll that they had was 2 foot by 10 foot. I think I said 2 foot by 5 foot yesterday. I got thinking about that. This one is 3 foot by 10 foot. So you get an extra foot wide for like $2 or $3 more, I think is what it was. The other roll was $18 and this row was $20, something like that. Real close to those figures. So what I'm gonna do is, this is laying on there pretty good right there now. It's pretty square with our bottom, and it's pretty tight. So I'm gonna just staple it down on the side. Now that I've got it all stapled, I should be able to take these snips and just snip it off right up through here. Then we'll move on to the next part of this. Now, like I said, I'm not building this to win any kind of beauty contest. This is just to keep our baby chicks in, and maybe in the future if we have any baby rabbits or something, just gonna be a small pen. The reason I've done the wire mesh is to where their poop can fall through and I can move this and clean it up. I think it'll work pretty good. I may be wrong, but I've had cages in the past that had solid bottoms in them, and it was just an aggravation all the time trying to keep it cleaned out. You just don't realize how much little baby chickens and rabbits will poop. I'll get this ripped off, and then we'll see what kind of sides we're going to put on it. I'm not fully decided yet whether I'm going to put wire sides or if I'm going to put some boards on the side. Here's what I'm using for my sides. This is cedar, 1/2 inch. I've ripped it down to about 2 inches. I'm going to leave a little crack in between it. I'm not doing any measuring. I'm not that particular about this. It's just going to be to keep our baby chicks in. I've already got these plumbed up here, the sides, each side, and they're nailed off. I'm going to carry on, finish these sides up, and then we'll figure out what kind of top we're going to put on here. I'm not really sure yet how we're going to do the top. Alright, I finally got this thing pretty well through, and it's just in time. Our chicks is starting to crack the shells over there right now. So I made this top to where it will fit on here like that. I'm going to screw it on. That way I can always take the top off of it real easy. I think that'd be real handy about cleaning it out. I'll turn it around here and show you the rest of it and how I done it. Now it's not very heavy, it's all out of 1/2 inch cedar, except these pieces here, they're out of 3/4. Now I decided to put wire here because it was getting awful dark inside there. You can see it's pretty dark inside. I put my door in the middle. I've had pens before like this, and the door on one side or on the end, and that doesn't work very well when you put something in there that don't want to get caught. So by having this door in the middle, I can reach everything inside there. I'll probably do something different with this right here eventually. I'll probably put a latch on it. I don't trust these. When they get dried out a lot, sometimes they'll come open. But I think this will work real well for our baby chicks. And like I said before, This would work for rabbits or even grown chickens. Now, if I was building it more for grown chickens, I would probably try to put a 1/2 inch hardware cloth in the bottom. This is a 1/4 inch. I think it'll be fine for baby chickens, and I'm pretty sure it'd work for baby rabbits. Now, on grown rabbits, I'd probably want the 1/2 inch. Their poop won't fall through the 1/4 inch, I don't think. Now, I may be wrong about that, but it'd be easy to clean anyway with the top to come off. And if I put this outside, if I build a place outside to put it, I will probably do a little more work to it and make the roof similar to this right here, where I can put some tin on it and the water run off. Right now, what we're using it for is not going to be out in the weather. I'll keep the baby chickens in here in the shop floor for the first couple of weeks because it's just too cold for them, and I'll keep a heat light on them. After that, they'll probably go on into the pen with the other chickens out there. Either that, or I've got some more pens outside that I can put them in once they get big enough that they can stand the weather. Well, maybe this will give somebody some ideas. And the price of this is I give $20 for that roll of wire, and I've still got 8 feet of it left. I used 2 foot off of it, so I've still got a big lot of it left. And then these hinges. The rest of this you could do with pretty much any scrap lumber you have. This is what we had available around here at the sawmill, and I wanted something that was pretty well rot resistant. This cedar, it won't hardly rot. It'll last probably longer than I ever will if I halfway take care of it. And then I had this wire here already laying around the house. So if you're looking to build one of these, you could have substituted this wire. I could have used some of the other wire I already had, the 1/4 inch hardwire cloth. I could have put it here. So if you got scrap lumber laying around, you're looking at probably $25 to $30. That's buying a roll of wire and 2 hinges. If you do put it outside, it's going to be pretty hard for varmints to tear into this, especially up off the ground a little bit. I'd probably be a little wary with it sitting on the ground. Coyotes, they might tear through this. But up on a stand, I don't think coons and things, I don't think you'd have no trouble with them. But anyway, that's about it. Fixing to put the baby chicks in here when they get through hatching. Right now I've got 15 eggs set. And I've seen about 3 of them, 2 or 3 of them pecking right now. Tomorrow is actually the day they're supposed to hatch. But I thank y'all for watching. I pray God blesses you, and I'll see you in the next one.